What's going on, guys? I hope all is well. I wanted to talk about buying versus renting. And this has been a big question because, right now, housing is very expensive right now. The housing market has risen dramatically over the past couple years. And also with rent, you have inflation going on right now, which has caused rent to be very expensive as well. And you always get the question or hear the question, buying versus renting. Which one is the best um, option? And this is a very important question because when you are buying a house, you want to make the right decision because you see a lot of people who sometimes have that buyer's remorse. They buy this house, or they buy their dream house, and then after a couple months or after a year, they're just uh, distraught because, or just sad because they made the wrong decision. And it's very important that we calculate our decision in regards to buying a house. Because I know when I bought my house, it was a very nerve-wracking decision because you are buying something that's the most expensive thing that you are ever going to buy, more than likely. And so you want to make sure that you are making the right decision. And obviously, the key aspect of buying a house is the money aspect. It's the money aspect. You're trying to make sure that you are making the right decision. You want to make sure that you can afford it. You want to make sure that you are putting yourself in a situation to where you are not struggling. And because you see a lot of people who, when they buy a house, they get caught into the looks of the house, and or it's their dream house, but then they don't really crunch the numbers. They don't see, hey, this is my bills every month. This is my expenses every month. Can I really afford this? Can I, write down these numbers, and do these numbers really add up? And so you definitely want to put yourself in a situation to where you are house poor. You want to put yourself in a situation to where you pay your mortgage, you still can be able to do the things that you want to do and not be stressed out. So I would say that question, buying versus renting. Um, so you may have someone say that, hey, I'm paying this amount of money in rent. I might as well buy a house. So I would say what that is, with your mortgage payment, it's made up of four parts: principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. They call it PITI: principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. And with the principal and interest part, that part of your mortgage payment is going to stay consistent throughout your whole loan if you are on a fixed mortgage or a fixed interest rate. So it's going to stay the same, the principal and the interest aspect. Now, the thing about it, the taxes and the insurance part, it can vary. It can change because, for example, if your house goes up in value over the year, when they do your escrow analysis, you're gonna see that, hey, they're gonna increase your that insurance part because they expect your insurance to go up because your housing or your house has went up in value. So that part can increase, and it can also decrease if if the market for your house goes down in value. It can also decrease as well, causing you to have either a higher mortgage payment or a lower mortgage payment. Um, Also, your insurance as well. So so we just spoke about the tax part. How your taxes can for your house can go up and down, but for the insurance part of your payment, that can go up in value well, and or down in value as well, because if your house goes up in value, that means that it can be more expensive for your mortgage company to be able to, or not mortgage company, but your insurance company to be able to build your house and stuff like that. And with inflation, you know, it can go up as well. You know, so that can go up, and also it can go down. So you really don't have a, you know, I guess you do have your mortgage payment can vary, you know, so it can go up and it can go down. But just know, so you really don't have like a fixed number for your mortgage. It can change. It can change year by year as they do the escrow analysis and determine your taxes for your house and determine the insurance for your house as well. One thing to look at as well, you know, is just maintenance costs. You know, that's one thing, you know, I thought about when I bought my house. And that's something to look at, because obviously if you are renting, you know, you have someone who is going to rectify the issue for you. But if you have your own house or buy your own house, you know, you have to make sure that you feel um, comfortable and have the resources to be able to get things rectified and get things fixed. So, you know, when buying my house, I've had a couple issues, but some of those issues I was able to just, you know, go on YouTube and do it myself, essentially. So I was blessed with that. And also just asking people for advice, asking people questions on how to fix things. And I was able to do a couple things. So, but one aspect of that, if you buy a house, a lot of times you get a potential warranty. You get a warranty with the on your house, so it can cover certain parts of your house, like, you know, like the HVAC, or, you know, like your dishwasher or your refrigerator and things like that. So that's one positive aspect. So those are a couple of things to consider when, you know, buying a house, you know, and or versus renting. And just know, you know, and also, okay, I'll go over this last point. I just thought about it. Is that, you know, the interest rates as well. So right now, obviously, interest rates are higher because of the Fed's fight to be able to decrease inflation and to be able to get the price stability right now going on in the country. You know, so it's going to be more expensive to buy a house right now because interest rates have risen up. You know, a couple years ago they were, you know, in that 4%, 3% range. Then it went up to 5% slowly, 6%, 7%, and even hit 8% for a while. You know, so those are some of the things to consider right now. You know, but the most important thing I would say is sit down, use a budget sheet, write down your income on one side, write down your expenses on the other side, and see, can you really afford it? You know, can you really afford a house? And also factor in, you know, the maintenance. Factor in that your mortgage payment can potentially increase, or it can potentially decrease. And factor in your savings. You know, do you have an emergency savings? You know, what if this happened? What if that happened? You know, do you have, you know, 6 months, you know, 3 to 6 months worth of emergency savings? So factor in that, you know, because it's a very important decision. It's not a play around decision. It's not a decision to where, you know, you could just play around with and just buy the house and then just have this buyer's remorse and then get out of it. You know, you need to be able to make a decision and make sure that you put yourself in an advantageous situation to where buying a house does not become a liability for you. So I just wanted to share that with you, and I really hope this helps you guys to think a little bit if you were considering buying versus renting, because I know it's very important. It's a powerful decision, and it's a critical decision because you want to make sure you do the right thing. So let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you have any concerns, any questions, and let me know what things did you do if you have bought a house. What things did you do to think about, to consider when buying a house? So I appreciate you guys, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Peace.